is live. We is fishing. We is. All right, good morning everybody. We're here, we're doing it. We're still in the same spot as last night. But that's okay. Because it's fishing time, it's fishing time, it's fishing time. All right. So, on fishing time today, we are fishing. Hopefully we are catching. The bro's in there getting his net, or checking his net. The bro's in there. There he is, all the two bros. Both went for a walk, eh? Alright. Yola everyone. Just gonna get us a bait, another bait in. We got a soft bait rolling on the bad boy there. The Limitless. Let's get a bait in as well. Whoops. Nice fresh bait from last night. Oh, we got a knot. We got a knot. How can there be a bloody knot? I do not know. The magic, the mysteriousness of the ocean and nylon or braid and knots. I gotta say, even in the tree work, things will just knot up out of nowhere. That is just unreal, you know. Like, how is that even possible? If you got paid $20 million, you could never redo it yourself, you know. Like, ouch, ouch, that really hurt. Boomage. Boom diddly boom. My boss, when I was an apprentice trying to become a mechanic, he used to say to me, I bet you could never do that again if you tried. Like, you know, when something would tangle up or whatever, like, and I've always thought about it. His name was Keyshaw, and in Rotorua, and he was right, you know. We have got some bait fish down there, so we will get that sabiki down there today. Maybe I'll try and get some raw fish, or sashimi I should call it, in the house. Hopefully that does not tangle with our other line there. I might just bring it back. It shouldn't. There's a bit more weight on there than on the soft bait, so the soft bait should be out the back. This bait should be at the front. This morning, you know, guys will know, will semi wake up, you know how guys wake up. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm saying, sort of. And I needed to go for a pee, you know. So I came out here, looked around, nobody on this side, Looked over there, nobody, you know. Took a quick whiz right here. Yee! Tried to spray the birds, you know, just for fun. And then went back inside, started making myself a coffee. This is a different coffee, and then when I was making the coffee, I realized there was a kayaker right there. Ah. And there he is, paddling in there. I'll show you. Just because I can, you know? Just because I can. There he is. Right there. The one in the red. This looks like there's 3 of them now. But there was only one. Looks like he's looking this way, talking about the elephant that he's seen. Anyway, that was a little bit embarrassing when I went back inside and realized there was someone right there. Oops. But I may be wrong, because I didn't just go straight back in and you know, make a coffee straight away. I put the sleeping bags away and did a couple of things, and then maybe 5 minutes later, I don't know, started to make a coffee and looked out the inner window inside there and realized there was a person sitting there, but I don't think he could have got there in the 5 minutes and got all tied up and prepared. Like, he looked like he was pretty, you know, organized and stuff, so I'm picking he was there the whole time. Oh well, we are human here, and we all have a some type of, generally we all have some type of private part. Anyway, welcome in everybody. If you're watching, this is a mussel farm here, and we got the generator going. It's been going for about 20 minutes now, charging the lights up for tonight's fishing time. Saturday night fishing here in New Zealand. We're in New Zealand, the country of New Zealand, and we are in a place or town, little town called Kiowa. This is the mussel farm in Kiowa. It's about 15 meters deep or 10 meters deep at the moment, I'm not totally sure. And also it's what would you call it? The tide is going out, so the tide's going that way, hence why I haven't turned the boat around. And I'm like, yee! Woke up, and when I came out here to take a quick whizzer, the tide was going quite quick, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll quickly chuck that out. And the tide's still got about 3 hours to go, or 4 hours to go till high tide, till low tide. So I was like, oh sweet, we don't need to change the boat around and turn it around or anything. So I thought, well, I better get live while I've got the goings good. And so yeah, I did. And around 1:30 today, the tide is going to get to the lowest point that it can get to, and then it's going to change, and the tide's going to start coming in. So that means it's going to start going towards high tide, and it's going to get a bit deeper in here, and the tide's going to start going that way. So we'll turn the boat around, and this back end will be facing out the back, and we'll be looking out this way. It's supposed to be about 11k wind today. This morning it was not 11k wind, it was more than that. It's not bad, but it's pretty like breezy on this side of the boat, and we're going to be back faced into that. And yes, last night the wind changed again after I was live streaming. Well, it was actually about 4 o'clock in the morning when it really started getting to me, and the boat here was banging on these buoys here. Boom, 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 boom. And I tried to ignore it for a little bit, but there was a secondary boom too. There was like a boom, dung, boom, dung, boom, dung. So I got up and was like, I had a look out the window first. It was full moon, so you could see, didn't need to stick any lights on, and we were up against those buoys, completely side on against those buoys there. So I was like, oh, far out. This rope's, in my mind, I thought, oh, this rope snapped. And I was like, oh, here we bloody go. At 4 in the morning. While I'm completely naked, you know, out here and standing there naked. Oh, damn it. Nah, joking. Semi-naked. In me undies, in me knickers, in me jocks, in me in me boxer shorts. And then, anyway, it hadn't snapped. Obviously, this line had come in and been dragged in enough by the wind for this rope to be long enough for us to be right against that thing there. So I shortened it down, and that was that. Of course, I couldn't get back to sleep. I was awake, and I made the mistake. I came out here at first, took the easy route, realized it hadn't snapped, went yes, pulled the rope in, and like just over there, there's a little loop there. Well, there's one up here too somewhere, and I thought, oh, that'll be enough. So I just pulled the rope to that, put that loop around this pole here, and then waited for about 3 seconds, went, oh yeah, it stopped the noise, went back in, jumped on the bed, got back into the thing knowing that it was most probably not going to work enough, and then sure enough, dong boom, dong boom. So I tried to ignore it for a little bit, and then had to get back up and then readjust it again. And then, yeah, but the good thing was I couldn't get back to sleep. I was like, how can I get back to sleep? I know, I'll watch one of my own videos. Woo! Straight away, boom, off to sleep. Just joking. That's not at all true. It would most probably work though. But that's not what I did, but I thought that was quite a good one. Anyway, bit dry, but quite funny. In some ways. Maybe true. Maybe it's not a joke. Let's quickly check this just to make sure that it's not tied into and drifted into those buoys down there. It hasn't, so that's all good. I'll show you anyway what we're working with here. We just got a nice motor oil lure here. There's another boat just right over here. All right. Is that Craig I can see over there? We'll zoom in and see if that's Craig. I doubt it is, because it won't be him, because the wind is blowing southerly, so it's going that way. So that little bay over there at Ponui that I love, and he loves too, because it's so good, because it's a horseshoe shape like this, so it protects you from the east, the north and the west, but it does not protect you from the south. So he won't be in there. No way will he be in there. But there's a boat over there from what I can see. This morning, the jobs I had this morning was obviously put away the sleeping bags and stuff. I don't normally do that. I'm just enjoying actually not having them out, so I've been doing that lately, putting them away. Having some breakfast, washing my face, brushing my teeth, a little bit of a sponge bath, if that maybe, which kind of went down. I don't really feel like jumping in the water at the moment. I will be though, and having a quick shower, and then just because I can and because I want to, not because I got any mermaids turning up tonight. Well, I kind of have, but I'm not gonna, that's not the reason I'm doing it. Yeah, so did that, got a rod out, had a coffee, had breakfast, all that. Point of the story, Leroy. Point of the story. Oh, okay, and then checked the weather, because the wind back then was like an hour ago was quite a lot worse than, well, it wasn't worse than this, it was just, it's the same, but it's supposed to be 11 kilometers an hour, which it is. It's about 11. It's not actually. There's no way that is 11 kilometers. If you look out there, it's all white caps, and first thing I thought was I don't really want my darling Lorna as the mermaid that's coming out tonight. Last night I had a different, I mean, I didn't, okay? Anyway, first thing I thought this morning is, oh, maybe I'll tell Lorna not to bother coming out, because she's coming in later tonight or this evening, close to high tide. I'm going to meet her in there. There's a boat, see that car down the beach there? That's got a trailer on it. They've launched their boat, so she's going to come in there. I'm going to pick her up. She's going to jump on. We're going to come back out here, and then we're going to go live streaming, turn on the lights, and night fish out here. But when I saw this wind this morning, I thought, oh, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I'll see how the day plays out. It's more than likely going to be okay, because it's not like rough or anything. But I tell you what, it does change in here really, really quickly. And at night is when lately the nighttime seemed to be worse than the daytime. But I then checked the weather for today. It's supposed to be staying around this sort of thing, maybe dropping off a little bit later tonight to around 8 kilometers an hour, which is very low. And then tomorrow morning is what I was looking at, is 8K. And then throughout the day dropping down to about 3K. So I'm hoping it's going to be, because if the wind's going to be like this tomorrow, it's going to make it really hard for me to get this boat on the trailer in here. Tomorrow I am going home, hopefully. It's going to be real difficult for me to get this boat on by myself in where I was just showing you, just because the wind will just keep blowing it off, and it's so hard to control it. But with one person, even two guys would struggle to hold this boat still and get it to come straight like this, when the wind's like, even though it's low like this. Once you get the winch going and it's come onto the rollers and it's, you know, then it'll be fine. But getting it on to that part and getting it to come on straight will be a mission, especially by myself. Luckily I'll have my darling Lorna here to man the winch, so it'll be a lot easier than doing it all by myself. But it will still be quite difficult to get the boat straight. But it should be good weather, so I was picking, I might go home early in the morning and just in case the wind breeze comes up a little bit and they've got the weather wrong a little bit, we'll see what it's like, because I'm going to get up early tomorrow morning as well and go live, turn the lights back on and have a little morning time fishing time. It's fishing time, it's fishing time. And but then while I was doing that, actually that was the last thing I checked. I checked over in the Coromandel for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. It's worse than it was yesterday. The forecast, it's forecasting rain on Tuesday, it's forecasting rain on Wednesday, and it's forecasting higher winds than it was yesterday. They're not super high, but you're looking at up to 18k or so, which isn't that bad, but it just makes it, I don't know, it's more cold, whatever. We'll see what I think by the end of today or tomorrow. It is going into winter here in New Zealand. Summer's over. The boys of summer are gone, and winter, the girls of winter are coming in. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. So I then checked the weather here, and the weather on Monday is going to be all good. Not at the farm here, I'm not thinking about the farm, I'm just in this area. Monday's going to be all good, Tuesday's going to be all good, sort of similar to this on Tuesday, so they say, which if you look out this side is not very nice. You'll definitely be wanting to have a jersey on, especially if you're in a little boat. It's going to be quite blowy and just ugly, well, just cold and breezy. That's Tuesday. Monday is supposed to be at that 8 kilometers again. Why am I talking about this? I'm hoping to go home tomorrow, turn around and come straight back up here with a different boat and go across to the other side and go on a 3-day camping mission with all of you, live streaming and also making a 4K video. I don't know, at the moment, unless hey, I can easily go over there and handle that. It just makes going out at night a little bit more dangerous and a little bit more chance of scratching up my brand new boat. I don't want to scratch my brand new boat at all at the moment, so I won't be wanting to, well, I will be wanting to do stuff, but I won't be wanting to scratch my boat. The higher the wind, the more chance that there is of me scratching the boat at night, along with the problem I came up with last night is getting off the boat at night time, because I'll have to anchor it out so that once it goes low tide it does not land on the shore, because I won't be able to drag it and we'll be stuck there till high tide. So I don't want that to happen either. I don't want it getting thinged up on the rocks or on the shore. So I'll most probably end up having to sleep on the boat one of the nights. I don't know, I'll have to think about it a little bit more, look at the tides a little bit more and see what my solution is for that. Otherwise I need to get off the boat and over my head deep water and swim in at night, which is fine. I will be crapping myself, I tell you that. You'll be here with me doing it. I will be live swimming in. I won't be doing that. Well, I might, because I might just stick the flippers on and boom, gone. It's not a fast swim, but it's still a swim, and I hate going in the ocean during the day, let alone at night, and it will be freezing. So then I'll have to get dry and get warm, you know. But anyway, I then checked the weather over here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is okay. Wednesday it's starting to pack out again over here as well. You can't be completely you can't completely trust in this weather, because as you can see, if you look out there, it's not nice. I can't really show you any more than that, but it's worse than that, what it looks like in the camera. It's coming through there, and it's actually quite choppy. And where I'm thinking about going now is down here, down to my other spot, and maybe camping down there for a couple of days or 3 days. I don't know yet. Maybe one of the nights we'll sleep out on the boat, and I'm not totally sure. But down at my spot right now, these little waves here will be like this. I'll show you. They would be kind of like this. It'll be kind of like if you were out there right now anchored, it'll be like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So that's okay. That is fine with me. But you know, like, and then the other problems are down there is I'm gonna have my truck, and I'm gonna have my ute, and I'm gonna have my other brand new trailer, or I don't take the brand new boat and I take one of the older boats, which is a possibility. I could take the 10-foot dinghy and try and stick it on the back of the ute, rather than tow a trailer, because this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking what my first thoughts was I bring my four-wheeler, put the boat onto the four-wheeler, and tow it off to where we're going to camp. You'll see where that is. This is this is a likely plan at the moment. This has got more chance of happening than this happening over here at the moment. I will be watching the weather for the Coromandel, because I'm pretty keen on that too. But the plan I'm talking about right now is a little bit ahead of that one, just because the weather's going to be a little bit more better on this side, and we won't be way over there. We'll be, you know, down there. And Monday, Tuesday's looking better on this side. What I'm thinking is I bring up the four-wheeler and a boat, but that means I need 2 trailers, and I can only tow 1 trailer. So the four-wheeler would be on the trailer, and the boat needs to be on the back of the ute or on the Subaru's roof. And we all know the Subaru ain't going nowhere right now. And then that takes care of a couple of the problems that we're going to face down there. And one of those problems is leaving my trailer unattended. I'm not going to be leaving my trailer unattended. So if I bring the four-wheeler, put the trailer onto the four-wheeler and the boat, and tow that off to wherever we're going to go, then the trailer's going to be with me, and I'll be all good about it. There is a couple of other options for the answer to that anyway. I've thought of a couple of options, and it should be sweet, and we'll find out, so that the trailer will be very secure. It'll be fine. But then we still have the problem in my head here that I want the four-wheeler up here now, and I need it up here. Well, I don't actually have to have it, but it would be nice to have the four-wheeler, because then it allows us to go. Well, we're going to be camping somewhere a little bit isolated, so it's not just going to be any old place. It's going to be a cool place. In my spot, in my mind, I've never camped there, and we'll be away, so that's a possibility as well. Then I checked Raglan, and Raglan's not looking too bad. The weather's looking better than it was yesterday. Raglan is another option, and that option is up sort of at the same height as the option I just talked about. But the problem is out at Raglan is that the reception is on and off, especially where I want to go. We may have to go somewhere else where the reception's okay, and see what that's like, and try and find a spot where it's okay, and then just quite reliable. But the problem is with that is the spot where it's reliable going to be suitable for where we're going to camp, you know, and for what we want to do. So that trip is, I just thought of a couple of extra things that can be going with that trip, and I quite like the idea. The problem is if I don't like it, then I won't want to stay 2 nights. I'll be wanting to go home. If I like it and where we are, I'm happy to stay there for a week. You know, it won't be a week, but it'll be at least 3 days, 2 or 3 days, 3 nights, 3 days, 2 nights. And but if it's a dumb spot, kind of like this, at the moment, we're stuck right here. All I really want to do is go home, because I can't really move around. Our anchor got snapped. Our anchor got snapped off a couple of nights ago, or a night ago, whatever. So I can't go out to the middle. I can't do anything except sit here or go tie up somewhere else in the mussel farm, and I'm not really enjoying that. Well, I'm enjoying it, it's fine, but it's not the way I like to do it. But anyway, so these are the options. And when I check the weather later on, I'm going to be live till the phone needs recharging or so. Then I'm going to turn the boat around, and the back's going to be facing into this ugly cold wind. It's not ugly cold wind, it is a cold wind. It's not ugly, it's a beautiful wind, it's quite a nice breeze. And we'll be facing this way for when the tide starts coming this way. And I'll be assessing what's going on, and I need to contact my darling Lorna and make sure you know, it's worth her coming up tonight, and get my list in for goodies for when she gets here. She's the only goodie I need, but hey, I might actually like some other goodies too. I need some bloody chocolate. I tell you what, if you come in live streaming tonight, you might see me feasting my face on about three packets of biscuits at least. But nah, I don't even need the sugar. That's sort of just an added in that's a bit of lies actually. I don't really need the sugar. We'll see. But I don't know if I'm gonna get her out here at this point anyway. I might just have her meet me up tomorrow morning, just because it's gonna be, you know, tonight, from last night's episode and the night before and every other night out here lately, it's been like this, rocking, and it's got worse. And at points, like I tell you again, the you know, it was bad enough, and I don't know how it happened, but it happened. My anchor rope here snapped, which is 12 mil rope, and it was it's got a breaking strain of up to 3 ton, and it snapped in here, and I don't know how, and I don't know why it snapped, but it did. And the night that it snapped, it was pretty windy out here, and it was a mission to get the boat back secured like this. And I tell you what, it was pretty full on, even though it was supposed to be exactly like it is right now, and it was nothing like this. The wind was right up. It wasn't super rough, which was lucky. The swells were still down, but that was made up by the wind, and it was like that all night, and you are pretty much getting rocked off your bed and nothing that you could do about it, you know. So I don't really want Lorna to come out here and have to go through that all night. She's got work on Monday, and she needs to get some nice rest and be, you know, have a nice weekend, rather than getting no sleep tonight and you know, going home super tired, and then waking up on Monday morning going, oh, where's the weekend, you know. But we'll see how the day plays out. Again, tomorrow it's supposed to be pretty nice, and yeah, so that's my big old rant for the morning. The coffee is starting to wear off already, and I'm about to sit here and be muted. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and we got another night here, but we're trying to make a new plan. And then there's another plan, which is slightly in the back of my head, which is going, woo, we might have a bite. Ah, eat it. Eat your bloody breakfast. And that plan is to go over there on one of my other boats, which is a little island called Po Nui. On Monday this is. Go diving, set up a camp, have a campfire. The only problem is, and this is another problem for down here at the spot that I'm talking about down here, is I don't have a drone. I bought a drone, it has not arrived, and it affects my camping abilities because I don't like to go and sit over there and not have a line out at night. I want a line out at night, and so do you. I can throw one out and surf cast over there. I don't surf cast. I don't do it. I don't enjoy it. I will do it if I had to. I'm not interested in surf casting. I'm interested in drone fishing at night. It makes, you know, if I send the drone out 300 meters, I know the line's out there, and I know the line is out, and I don't need to worry about it just being over there and it getting blown back in or whatever. I don't like surf casting. I like drone fishing, and I definitely don't like sitting on a beach wanting to do fishing when I can't. But the option is possibly to go over there anyway. It's just worrying about the night, and what we'll do at night. Again, I will be setting up some lights on the boat that we do take, so we can still go night fishing anyway. And that's the possibility. That might be the answer, that we can still go out and go night fishing. So that is the answer. But the next step about it is I'm gonna teach that man a lesson for mucking me around. I've sold over 10 drones for that man, and he has mucked me around this time. I've paid for the drone. I've been waiting for it for over 2 or 3 months now, and he's mucking me around, and I'm going to teach him a lesson, and I'm going to ask all of you to help me, and I'm going to go through that once I have talked to Trade Me, which is a site here in New Zealand. You can buy through Trade Me, and I've got him on paper mucking me around. So he's a seller on Trade Me, and he's deliberately mucking me around. He's also got Afterpay and Afterpay and things like that, and I'm going to contact them as well and say this guy's been mucking me around on purpose, and show them all the emails that and I've got proof that he's just mucking me around. And the reason he's mucking me around is because we had a disagreement, and I was trying to set up a thing for us on the channel to be able to get these drones, fishing drones, for a better price and at a better thing through and doing something we had a disagreement, and somehow it got a little bit, I got a little bit, I don't know, we both did, and said a couple of things that maybe shouldn't have been said, and then we fixed it up, and then I went and bought a drone after that, and Mustang Campers had bought a drone at that same time. So he mucked Mustang Camper around for, I don't know, at least a month. His delivery time, say 9 to 10 days max, and it's normally in that period of 9 to 10 days all your stuff gets delivered. But in this instance here, after we had the disagreement, it went for Mustang Campers to get his drone, it was about a month, and he mucked him around, and then in doing that it put a strain on me and Mustang, and it didn't wreck our friendship, because our friendship was already on a path to, I don't know, but it didn't help it. And Mustang Camper did get his drone. I know he did, even though we had already become non-friends by that point. But he did get his drone because I saw that Mustang Campers put a negative comment on this guy's page, and then I see that Mustang Campers changed that negative comment to a positive comment, and he definitely got his drone, and I'm happy about that. The guy I trusted, now I don't, but it affects my camping situations in places like that and places like down here. The same problem is going to be down here because I'm not going to have a drone to be able to fish at night other than go out on the boat. So that's going to be a big problem down at that spot there, because it's going to be tide dependent, and the tide goes out at least 1.5 km or so from high tide to the low tide part. So if I go out there and it's low tide and it's 12 o'clock at night, then I'm going to be anchoring the boat 1.5 km offshore, and I will not be able to get back to it until high tide comes back, low tide comes back in, where I can walk out to it. And same the other way around, if it's high tide, then the boat's going to be anchored close to shore, and then when the tide goes out, it's going to be high and dry till until the tide comes back in, so I won't be able to do nothing. And in those periods there is where the drone sends out the bait and the fishing line, and we're drone fishing, and at least there's a bait in the water. The chances are just as good as they are right now. Next minute I'm talking like this and don't shut up. Next minute, and we got a fish on. That's how it works here. And when I can't do that, I don't like it, you know. But anyway, in here, my mates have got a net set. They're right there, you can see them sitting right there. I'm pretty sure that's them. I can't guarantee it because I can't see the net, but I'm pretty sure it is in there, just waiting for the tide to go down, and they're going to check the net. The tide's going out, so the tide, as you can see through there, that the tide is going out, so it's going this way, and that means that the tide is at its full or high tide at its full. And where you can see those two guys, you can see the water level is slowly receding down, and it's going to get shallower and shallower, and it's going to bring out their net, and they're going to get all the fish out of the net, reset it for the incoming tide, and then the tide will come back in and it'll go right up to where it is now, and then they'll just repeat that process. But if you haven't been watching my channel over the months, just over there is where I went camping recently, kind of like what I'm talking about right now. We went and set up a camp right over there. I drove my car, my four-wheel drive Subaru, towing a boat, and went there on that corner there, and I took the boat off the trailer, and we launched it there and came out here and went live, along with, I made a 4K video there. The video is called Corner Camp Part 1 and Corner Camp Part 2. So there's a video made there. There was drone fishing. We came out here, went fishing. There's a live part to a couple of live parts to that video. I'll need to figure out what they're called so I can let you know, so you can watch the live if you want to as well. But I then came right around here, and nobody does this. Nobody. I've never seen anybody drive their vehicle around there. I came here where you can see these guys, they're getting their boats out or launching their boats there. That's where everybody launches their boat here. It's all beach launching. There's no ramp. It's all beach launching. So I came down over here. Well, I actually came down just over here somewhere, and it's pretty, like, it's four-wheel driving, and I was towing a boat. But I came from down here and drove the car and towed the boat all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. There's my two mates there, to about here, and then set up a camp, pulled out the surf casting rod, got the drone out, sent out a bait, set up the camp, made a little run, a little ramp, so I backed the car up and down, up and down, up and down the beach to compact the little like sort of like this, up and down, up and like in this sort of direction. So I had a little ramp to back up and back down to, because it's all on a slant there, and those rocks are quite soft, so I could launch the boat into the water out there. And then yeah, so check out the channel, the videos as well. There's the video for that one is called the Corner Camp Part 1 and the Corner Camp Part 2. All my videos are in 4K, and yeah, that's a bit of that, mate. But there's a live, a little bit of a live part to it as well, or quite a big live part to it, like 3 hours of live or more. I think it's more than that. And we're out here. I do catch a decent sized fish. I get a good decent sized snapper on, something like this. I'll show you. I'll show you in the live stream on that video. Something like that guy there. And I think there's a couple of other fish in the video as well. But also there's the most amazing sunset. It's worth seeing it, because it's the most amazing sunset I've seen for a fair while. We got some more boaties over here. Oh, that's a pink life jacket. Yeah, it's been a while. Been out here for a week tomorrow. So and then again, on top of all of those those stories, there is another video that's made over at this thing here, this island. That's a big island there. That video is called Jeepers Cripes. I can't remember what that video is called. The channel's only been going for about 11 months. But I can't remember what the video is called that's made over there at all. There's a bunch of videos that are out here as well in my other boats, and there's over 400 videos, so have a look if you like. Please like and subscribe, share, comment. Again, also on the channel, I'm going to be going out here for 30 days straight, live streaming 24/7. So we're going to be coming out here on this boat here. We're going to be going in behind these hills here, about 80 kilometers that way. There's a big inlet down by where that island is. There's a big inlet that goes at least 80 kilometers that way. It goes way further than that. And in behind here, we're in New Zealand. We're in the country of New Zealand, in a little township called Kiowa. Up and behind these hills, about 80 kilometers that way, is one of New Zealand's biggest cities. It's called Auckland. And can I believe that? How the heck did we not get a bite there? We got no bait on. Maybe I was talking the rattles off every bloody air in the world. We got no bait. But I'll be out here for 30 days straight, live streaming 24/7. And we'll be going up to that city via boat, of course. And then up on the way there, there's I don't know how many different islands and different, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be really, really awesome. It's going to be crazy. The weather is hopefully going to be good. And on our side, but it is going to be winter. That's still sitting ugly. Oh well, that'll be all right. So we're going to be running into good weather, hopefully, and hopefully no bad weather, but it's very likely we will run into bad weather because we'll be out here for at least a month. So live streaming 24/7. So please like, subscribe, share, comment if you want to stay in touch with all the carrying ons on this channel, because they come out of nowhere. I don't really plan too much. This trip here was all just spontaneous. The trips that we're looking at doing tomorrow, not tomorrow, the next day, over there, or over here, or in Raglan, which is about 2 hours drive from here, or 2.5 hours drive from here, are all, well, those are sort of, one of them's, we've been talking about it, so it's semi-planned. We're not even sure we're going on any of those trips because of the weather, but we will see. And if we don't, or even if we do go on those trips, there is another spot which is Matata, which is in the conversation as well, and the weather down there is not that great either, but that's like 4-hour drive from here. Well, not from here, it's about 5 hours from here. But yeah, most of the stuff is spontaneous and unorganized. Which is how I like it, a little bit. And so if you want to possibly, you know, keep on with what goes on, please like, subscribe, share, comment. And there we go again, we got another bait on. I don't know where that one went to. It went somewhere. And on the beach there, we've got 3 guys now. I wonder why there's 3 guys. Maybe it's 2 guys, 1 chick, you know. Let's have a look. Got that guy there. That looks like a chick to me, in those white pants. I don't know. Beautiful, man. Anyway, back to me, man. Or chick. All right, Nun, have you ever used a double hook on big baits? A hook in the eye of the second hook? No, I haven't. That's a good call though. I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. Hello, Nun. Brother Rob said hi. Yola, Brother Rob. Nun's laughing. Nun. 9 nails. Did you feel? Oh, I didn't make fried bread. I must give it a go. Catherine Finch said hi. Yola, Catherine. Malawolf. Yola, Nun. Yola, Malawolf. I might try and make some fried bread here. The only problem is I don't have any butter, and I'm gonna want butter if I'm having fried bread. But maybe tonight we'll get my darling Lorna, if she comes out, that is, to whip up some fried to get her butt in there and do what I'll go in there, she can run the stream out here and just do this with all of you, whatever, and I'll get in there and we'll have some butter and maybe some cream and jam, who knows, to go on there, because at the moment I've got nothing to go on the fried bread except some snapper, which sounds bloody good. So when we do have lunch, we might give it a go. Thank you, 9 nails. Malawolf, Yola Shine Abdallah on the road, Yola Shine, Malawolf, NZ Pinecone, Yola Pinecone, where is that, bro? New Zealand, Kiowa, my friend, Kaho Ala Lulu Whenua said hi, Yola. Morena, it's fishing Time, it's fishing time, it's fishing time. All right, so thank you, Mellow Wolf. Dr. Reality said hello. Hello, Dr. Reality. Occap back app said hi. Yola, Atman. Good morning all. Good morning, Atman. Airhead. Please protect the fish. Okay. None. On the road. Yola, Van Sudang. Hello, Van Sudang. None, go ahead, eat the muffins and biscuits, get the gout. Nini, and really teach yourself a lesson. So I got given, I've got an issue. I got given a muffin, okay, everybody, from the people that live in that house there. The lovely lady gave me a muffin. It was a delicious muffin. But on that same day, on the drive up here, because I brought the boat up to go fishing, and I ended up talking to the people that own that house, and I had a sausage McMuffin from McDonald's. I had 2 of them for breakfast, and then I had a cheese muffin from the shop, the Pink Lady shop here in Kiowa, and then that lady gave me a blueberry muffin. And then about an hour or 2 later, we came up here. I kind of, if you were watching the channel yesterday, we watched a person turn up with their boat, drive past there, see that there was no harvesters around. Then that person turned around and then they pretty much drove back down that way. Because there was no harvesters here. I did pretty much the same thing, and then I went to my other spot, and about 2 hours of being at my other spot, this knee started to ache, and by the time I got home, I could hardly walk. And then for the next month, my darling Lorna was rubbing my knee, and I ended up putting it down to gout and getting gout from the muffins. And the reason that I did that was because in another live episode where we were at another spot in this boat, I got picked up by my friend, and big hello to Stan and his lovely wife. Hope they're good. Hope you're good, Stan, and I hope your wife's good too. Well, my friend Stan came, picked me up off this boat. We jumped on his boat and we went fishing. And in doing that, Stan gave me some muffins that his wife had made, and they were delicious, man. They were so delicious. Anyway, I was out here at another spot for about 5 days or a week or however long. So when they gave me these muffins, I ate all of them. There was about 12 of them. I don't know how many muffins there were. This is on a totally different occasion to when we got given the muffin in here. This is before that. And so I ate all these muffins, and then he also gave me a big bag of cashew nuts, which I don't eat cashew nuts. I don't buy them. I'm not really a big fan of them. But they're cashew nuts with salt. Salted roasted cashew nuts. So I got into those, ate the whole bag. Got into these muffins, ate the whole lot. And then all of a sudden, my leg was in deep, I was in trouble again. For that time, I couldn't walk for about 3 weeks. Also, Stan gave me in that trip there, he gave me a bunch of these burgers. I didn't have to cook or eat or make anything to eat for days. He gave me all these hamburgers with, oh, they were delicious. They were so delicious. Thanks again to Stan. I'd love to go for a fish with him again, whether that be on my boat or his. But anyway, thanks again, Stan, and I hope you're all good, and your lovely wife. But anyway, I ended up not being able to walk for about 3 weeks. And then, so I didn't know what was wrong then, and then we went on that mission where I had the muffin in here, the 2 sausage McMuffins, and then the cheese muffin from the dairy here in Kiowa. And in 2 hours time, boom, my leg started playing up. So I then narrowed it down to it's the muffins, and hence why Nun is talking about the muffins. And shut up, bloody Nun, you don't bloody know, telling me about muffins. No, he does know. It's the muffins that give me really bad gout, or I'm calling it gout. It took over a month to get my knee to come right from that episode. But the biscuits don't do it, Nun. I can eat as many biscuits as I bloody like, or the caramel slice I bloody like, or the fudge slice I bloody like, and the muffins and the biscuits and sugar don't bloody do it. So shit your bloody mouth, effing bloody Nun. Just joking. Of course, Nun, I hope you know that's a joke. Not. No, but it is. But at this point now, I've got a really swollen knee. You may be able to see it. You may be not able to see it. You might not be able to see it so much today. This knee is all bunged up. I fell off an electric skateboard, live streaming on an electric skateboard with my mate. Fell off, twisted my leg, and it's been well over a month now that I can only just walk now. So this knee finally healed up, and then I screwed this knee. You can sort of see the difference. And this is a month later. Anyway, over a month later. So yeah, and the thing is my darling Lorna started making bread at home, and she started making fresh homemade bread, and I had a couple of slices. As you might imagine, me eating homemade bread that's warm with butter, of course I had about 8 pieces straight away. I was like, boom, 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 just into it. And then I was like, oh no, my knee's gonna be screwed. And I already had, I said to her, oh no, I forgot. I already had this bung-ass knee where I could not walk at all, just about. And then I was like, oh no, I just had all this fresh homemade bread, and but the bread did not do it. The bread did not do anything to my leg. So I'm not positive that it's muffins, but I am very sure it's muffins at the same time, and I most probably will, once my leg gets better, go and risk it and try eating a muffin or 5 muffins and see what happens, you know. It's more than likely I'll get the gout or whatever was wrong with my leg, because number one, I can eat as much sugar as I want. And I tell you what, I eat a lot of sugar, more than most probably anybody that you know. I'll eat 3 caramel slices that are this long and about that wide in an hour, easy. Well, I'll eat one of those in an hour, and then I'll eat a fudge slice as well, the same size, in that same hour, and then later on that day I'll have another one. I'll have nothing wrong with my leg. There's nothing wrong with sugar. It's the muffins, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, thanks for that, and thanks for wishing me such a sweet message there, Nun. Go ahead, eat the muffins and biscuits, get the gout and the good knee, and really teach yourself a lesson. Funny, alright? Eric, yola Eric, 9 nails, that my bro. Yola, Aiden Demers, laughing. Nun, not yet. seems the generator running brings the fish in for sure. Yeah, that's what I reckon. That's what we'll do, is we'll whack it up to 20 amps. The generator's been going for an hour and 14 minutes now. We'll just turn that up, put a we'll turn the battery charger up. So the battery charger's charging these lights right now for night. We do have a solar panel here that runs the rest of the boat. So we'll just flick this up. There we go. It's gone up to 20 amps now. Normally it goes up a lot louder than that. It might be because the battery has already warmed up and is semi-charged. Normally it sort of shakes the heck out of this place when it's at 20 amps, but maybe it's when it's going in, there when the battery's cold. Yep, that's all set. Oh well. When I was at that corner camp over here, I actually edited it out of the video just because I don't know why. I don't know why I did, but a boat like that, it looks like two ladies over there. It's not one, it's one lady and one guy, I think. I'm not positive. But when we were at the corner camp in here, a boat came in and it had a big bright pink sticker, and I think it said "Why Not." I think their boat's name was "Why Not," and it was 4 ladies. And I was like, hey, you know, just being friendly. And then they pulled in just over here and got in their bikinis and all went swimming. But I edited that out of the video just because it would have been, oh, I don't know, it just didn't need it in there, and I took it out. So but I was just wondering, it was a boat sort of similar to that, but it's not that boat. I was just starting to think that there was 2 ladies over there. It looks like 2 ladies. It's not. Let's check this. Well, I don't think it's 2 ladies. It's definitely 1 lady. And it's nice to see ladies out fishing, especially when they're on their own boat and it's got a big bright pink name, and then there's 4 ladies on there cruising around out in the ocean, you know. I think that's just so awesome. It's kind of like when we go to Raglan and there's girls surfing. There's a lot of girls surfing in Raglan, and I really enjoy seeing it. Anyway, we're just gonna unthing this here. I've had a lot of years out here and out in the ocean, and what I've got to say about it is that boat's moving. You get out of here, this is all bloody mine. Is if you spend enough time at the ocean will provide. If you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that because I won't be able to help myself but start telling you stories about mermaids, you know. I really won't. But anyway, and the ocean providing mermaids, but it does happen. Whoops. It's been quite surprising over the last 3 days or so, we've been here sort of thing, and well, obviously we've moved a bit, but the amount of people, like I'll wake up in the morning and there's somebody right there. Like, why would you go right there? And then last night they're right here, you know, and just so on, you know. And I think maybe they think, oh, this guy's been out here all night, he's been burleying, there'll be fish around. I don't know, that's what I've come up with. But otherwise I don't get why you would come and sit right over here, right where somebody is, you know, when you got this massive thing here to go and choose to go. Maybe that's where you'd like to tie up. That could be another thing. Yesterday I gave away a whole bunch of fish, and a guy was, and about 4 people were right just over there in the next row, not this row, that they're tied on the side of that road. And when I came back out, they just quickly darted in front of me, came around here and came straight in here. Even though they saw me leave a rope here, see me take off the rope and leave it tied on, and saw me coming back in here, they quickly untied, came around here and came in here. And they were just very lucky. Well, it's not that they were very lucky, because what was I going to do about it? But I was already planning to tie on to that orange buoy that's out there, which is right there, because I wanted to be free, and the wind was already going that way, so was the tide, and I was planning to tie on to that buoy. But it just astounds me. But anyway, just checked our bait, it's all good. None. That's what happened. The guys cut your anchor line for hogging the spot. Yeah, I reckon, bro. I reckon. Muffle, cheer brother, another beautiful day on the big old blue, Yola. What I'm going to do, everyone, is I'm going to get us a kayak. I am going to get us a kayak. Back in the day, before I had a boat, I used to come out here on a kayak, and I've slayed some good fish out here on the old kayak. We're going to do that. That's a definite. We're going to get us a kayak, and we're going to go live streaming from the kayak out here and out. Well, I don't know about out everywhere, because back in the day I couldn't care less. I didn't mind going 10 miles offshore on the kayak. These days I would expect, you know, you're looking for trouble, man. If you go out too far, and sharks, you know, like I wouldn't do it these days. I most probably wouldn't. None, just joking, don't start a fight. I just want to know what you lost yesterday. It seemed like a big fish. I lost a bunch of fish yesterday. We had a couple of good runs and missed a whole bunch. I want to know too. I'll let you know if we catch one today and it comes up and it's got my hooks in it, and I go, oh, you got away. I bloody know you. I know all about you, mate. Here's another guy on his kayak. We'll just get a nice cheap kayak, one like that one, and we'll be out here doing it. Yola demo. Demolition Outdoors. It's the same way where I fish. Everyone tries to crowd you while you're fishing. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's so weird. Like, none, just quit while you're ahead. Shut up, none. Oh, Grizz, oh no, height. Oh, Grizz, height. I don't get what that is. Middle, dude looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady. How does that song go? Dude looks like... I can't get it. But you know what? The song running in my head's this one. Sorry for this, everybody. But the guy, he's brought up the same guy. Dude looks like a lady. But I can't do it. But the song actually running in my head is there goes my old girlfriend, there's another diamond ring, and for all those late night promises, I guess they don't mean a thing. Anyway, and what's the chorus to that one? I just try to jump to the chorus so you might know what the song is. I can't think of the chorus. So baby, what's the story? Did you find another man? Is it easy to sleep in the bed that we made? When you don't look back, I guess the feelings start to fade away. We used to feel your fire, but now it's cold inside. And now you're back on the street, and like you never missed the beat, and yeah. There's the chorus. Tell me what it takes to let you go. Aerosmith. Tell me how the pain's supposed to go. So that was the song running in my head. So same band, but anyway, there we go, another boat. Cool as. Dude looks like a lady. We can do the moves, eh? I can't. Maybe if I put it down here. Dude looks like a lady. I think he does. I think he's got some moves like that where he's like thinging around the stage, doing that little stamp. That was my bad knee too. Getting a good old little tap. A little bit tap, tap, tap. Tap the bottle and twist the cap. All right, so enough of that. I think we'd bring out max 2 rods, maybe 3 rods, we'll see. Definitely going to be getting a kayak, and definitely going to be coming out here live streaming whilst using that kayak. It won't be just out here though. I can see it now. I won't be able to help myself. We'll be kayaking over to the other side, to the Coromandel. I can't help myself. I tell you what, the times I have been out on a kayak and I've ended up 10 miles out in the open ocean, down in Whakatane and places like that, and went out when it was rough, and then come back in, got the limit easy, come back in, and then trying to come back through the surf, woo, and got smoked and lost rods, lost all my gear, lost all the fish. As long as we don't lose the stream, that'll be all good. I actually gonna have a look to, as soon as I go off, I'm gonna have a look for a kayak. And I tell you what, when Mustang Campers and I were still talking, he said to me, bro, you need to get a little, what are they called? Those paddle boards. You need to get a paddle board. After our episode at Elephant Cove there, where the boat ended up on the rocks, he said you need to tow a paddle board. And I had to think about it, and I don't really like paddle boards. It's not my option. My option would be one of those kayaks like that, where it's kind of like a jet surf ski, and they're open, and it doesn't matter if they flip over, and then just tow it behind the boat. We may look at, well, I could be towing a kayak behind this boat or whatever, so the kayak will come in handy anyway. And that would be the answer over at like the Coromandel there again when we go over on Monday. I wouldn't have to swim in at night. I could just kayak in instead of getting wet, really wet, you know, and that'll be really good. So it will be coming in handy. And if we get the right kayak, I'll be able to just chuck it straight in the boat when I'm towing as well, towing the boat up here, and it won't be blowing around, it'll just be in the boat. And then when we get here, just leave it in the boat, zoom over there, get the kayak out, put it down, won't have to tow it behind the boat. Sounds like a plan, mate. I wonder what Yola Estate's gonna say tonight. I don't want to come out, I'll just see you tomorrow. Okay, okay, my love. Okay, my sweet pea. And that's not even a dig. I don't care whether she comes out. She can come out if she wants to. Just sort of zooming in on those. That, see that reddish, like it's an orangey red behind there. I was looking at that going, that's not Pudakawa's blooming, is it? It looks like a Pudakawa from here. Those are all Pudakawas there though, but it doesn't mean that one can't be blooming and another isn't. I don't think they bloom twice a year, eh? They only bloom around Christmas, really, eh? I should know, being an arborist. I don't know. I haven't really had too much to do with Pudakawas. You're not allowed to cut them. I know that. There's one down there that looks like it's coming in to bloom. Oh well. Shut up, Nun. Stan isn't the bloody man. I'm the bloody man. I'm the bloody man, not Stan. Nah, just joking. Stan's the man, all right. He is the man. It would be nice if he commented on if he is watching or not. I haven't seen him comment for a wee while, and I definitely haven't had a message from him either. I must give him a message. If I remember, you know. Stan is the man. Anyway, it's just a pity that when he went to catch some fish, when we finally got bites, the camera turned off by itself. It overheated, and it's never been the same anyway, but it did. It overheated just as he got a nice fish too. It was most probably something decent to that one in there, similar size, and the camera turned off. It only wants me catching fish, and even then it doesn't want that. Gout from muffin sounds like a kinna muffin. Yeah, everybody thinks that gout comes from well, for me, I don't have any problem with seafood. Obviously, I've been eating mussels every day, eating fish every day. It's not the seafood that does it for me, it's muffins. At this point where we've got it narrowed down to muffins. And I'll tell you what, I'll get my darling to bring us up some muffins right now, and we'll eat them. I'll eat them. I'll eat 12 of them. I love muffins. I'll have 3 coffees, 12 muffins, and in about 2 hours I most probably won't be able to walk, and I'll be in deep crap trying to get this boat out with 2 broken knees. The pain is not worth it, man. From the gout or whatever it is, from the muffins. I most probably would not eat them. I'd try it out. If I was on dry land, I might eat them, but maybe not with 2 legs. I don't want to be back on crutches or in a wheelchair. Yeah, so anyway, again, there's no fish here. I never saw anybody else catch. So we're at an hour and 30 minutes. I'm quite shocked that the revs on this never went up when I changed it. I'm really shocked, actually. I don't even think they adjusted at all, which I better check, actually, just in case it's boiling itself, which it is. It will be boiling itself at 20 amps. It's actually quite dangerous to do that, but we'll just check. That's definitely not cranking. Oh no, it is raised. I just pulled the plug out. Normally at 20 amps it's like let's just make sure that that is on 20 amps. I know it's on 20 amps, but we'll just double check. Yep. Man, I'll tell you what I do know is I should have checked this gas thing before I came bloody up here. I thought there was heaps of gas in there. I just, from the last trip, I thought, oh no, there's plenty of gas and would be plenty. There's not. I'm gonna have to get my darling Lorna to bring me up 5 litres at least, if she comes up tonight, that is. But then in saying that, I hope that it's not really the amps in that frickin' in that charger, that revs on that generator are really low. It's such a pity she can't just tow the other boat up and tow this one back, and bring the tent. What else do we need? The mattress, some more food, some gas, some oil, some more gas. We need about 20 litres in there, 20 litres to take with us as well. Spare a whole bunch of bait. Better at least take a little bit of bait. The other chili bin with some ice in it. Yeah, nah, she can't do that. She'd have to get the boat out of the shed by herself, and it goes down a little slant like that. Soon as it comes, no. She'll get, the boat will just take off. And I don't know if she can tow this boat. Well, I know she can. But then I wouldn't want her to have to. She could easily do it. I know she could. She could easily do it. Tell me how it is that you can't sleep in the night. When you lost everything that was good in your life to the toss of the dice. So tell me what it takes to let you go. All right. Excuse me. That's what I need Lorna to bring up as our hook. Geez, that guy's keen in his t-shirt. It's pretty nippy, a little bit nippy. That's us normally, isn't it? Easy. Excuse me. Jim Tresk, what are you doing, man? Effing your bloody ma. I mean, anyway, what does it bloody look like? Hey? What are you doing if you can't figure it out? Oh, there's the other bro. He's walked way in. He's walking back. Man, no fish. You know, before I met you, I was F-I-N-E fine. But your heart made me a prisoner. Yeah, my heart's been doing time. Spend me up like money, and then you hung me out to dry. Was it easy to deceive the lies in disguise when you pulled me in deep with the in your eyes? All right. Yeah. 10:56 a.m. here in New Zealand. I'm not too sure what date it is because we got the oh, I could have a look though. I could have a look. Let me just change that. It is the 2nd of May, 10:56 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Glorious morning. So the things I need to do before Yola Estate gets here, if she decides to come up today, is get some more mussels so we can have mussel burgers tonight. I'm going to be making mussel burgers for her and for myself, battered mussel burgers, and they're going to have battered mussels, possibly with curry in the mussel batter. Onion, that's going to be fried, but only lightly fried. Beetroot, tomato, cheese, sweet Thai chili sauce, mayonnaise. And then for round two, or round two, that could be round two because that sounds really, really, really good. And if she wants coleslaw on her one, then she can have coleslaw on her one. Which sounds so bloody good to me right now. And then we're going to be having snapper burgers, and the snapper burgers are going to have snapper, battered snapper on there, or even just filleted snapper. It won't make a difference. Tomato, cheese, coleslaw. Most probably put beetroot on there too. And then for round 3, I'll most probably make, depending which was the better burger, but right off the top of the head, I'm thinking I'm going to go with a third fish burger. And on the third fish burger, I'm just going to have battered snapper, tomato, cheese, and beetroot. Maybe onion. That's right. And just for all of you, it depends on, I suppose you can get it from, I don't want her to have to run around too much, but she would be going past one of the places where I get caramel slice from. Just so you can see me actually not lying, I'll get her to bring up a caramel slice as well, and I'll show you me eat it in about 5 minutes. About that long, about that thick, like a big chunk. It's not caramel slice, it's caramel, I don't know what you call it, slab. And but those ones I don't really like. They got a hot, like the caramel has got a condensed milk in the caramel, and it's okay, and they're not bad, but I've eaten too many of them in a row, like 3 in a row in about 4 hours, that I'm sort of don't really like. It doesn't really entice me. The one from Copeland's with the shortbread base is much nicer in my book, and and it's got a better caramel. It's more caramelized, where the one that I'm talking about with the condensed milk is like a milky caramel rather than a caramelized caramel. And the caramelized caramel from the one from Copeland's is really quite caramelized and sweet and yummy sweet, where the one with the condensed milk is sweet by the condensed milk and milky, and it's different. It's different, completely different. But they're still both quite good. But I wouldn't really want to be eating. I've gone too far with the condensed milk one, and had it where it makes me feel like I wouldn't really want to eat that right now. Where the other one, I would definitely eat it. I'd eat 3 of those. I'll get 2 caramel slice slabs and a fudge slice, and I'll get her to bring a bottle of 2-litre milk, and I'd eat it with the milk. But anyway, that boat in there is rolling. Where they're rolling to, I'm not too sure. Wonder if they're going to go down to that other farm that's way down there, is what I'm thinking. To be honest, I don't really feel like eating sugar though. I gotta be honest, I don't. I'd be eating it just to prove the point. I'm not too fussed about it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't see any car. Oh, actually. Oh no, they are out there. Oh yeah, no, they're out there, all right. I would show you, but I can't spot the ones that are on the water like this. The black ones, I can only see the white ones right now. I could see the black ones about a minute ago. If Yola Estate doesn't come up tonight, I'm saying this in case she's watching, if she does not come up tonight, she's going to need to be here first thing in the morning. I'm not going to risk it with this wind like this. It's just slowly picking up again now. We are coming up to the change of tide. Oh, we're not really. We still got about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. What are we at? 11, 12, 1. 11, 12, 1:30. So we've got 2.5 hours to go till low tide. Tomorrow the high tide is about 9 o'clock or so AM. But we don't want to be getting the boat out right at high tide because there's a big thing of a big pile of bloody soft stones that'll just make it quite difficult for the ute. Maybe, I doubt it, that Trident will just pull this out like nothing, but I still would rather not be right on that big pile of soft stones. So we'd have to get it out before 9 o'clock AM. But in saying that as well, when I get up in the morning to go live, we're going to get up early, well I am, and I think at this point and if I think this wind's going to creep up, even though it's supposed to be going down tomorrow and under 5 kilometers an hour, if it gets like it is right now, I will so struggle to get that bloody boat on. This boat on, it'll be such a battle that it may be too much. Especially with my leg like it is. And then that will mean that I'll have to drift all the way down to Kiowa. Whether the wind's coming this way or that way, any wind pushing it in. If it was blowing westerly, it might not be so bad. But then I'd have to blow all the way down to Kiowa and go to the ramp. And then by the time I get to the ramp, it'll be too shallow and I'll be stuck here till at least Monday. And Yola Estate would have to take a day off work or half a day off work, and she's going to be furious. So I have to get the boat out here, really. Unless I get up early, well, which I was going to get up early in the morning, make the call, go, nah, it's going to be too windy, and then get and try and blow all the way down to Kiowa. And that would mean I'd need gas to be able to do that. Blow to Kiowa. I suppose the other option is, actually, if it was and I wasn't able to get it here, I could blow down this way, which is the wind is going this way right now, go around past Orere Point, right up to Kawakawa Bay, and get it on at Kawakawa Bay. And that should be able to do that at any time of the day. So that's sweet. So we've got options there, so that's all right, because we need to get the boat out tomorrow. Otherwise, Yola Estate can't really pick me up till next weekend, and I can't be out here. I need to get home and do a couple of things tomorrow. And then I could be out here, but I need to do these couple of things first. But then again, we'd still need at least, well, really we'd need 20 litres of gas to make sure we made it all the way, because if I ran out of gas on the way, there's nothing I can do to stop the boat from carrying on drifting, because we got no anchor. If we ran out of gas and we had the anchor, we'd just anchor and, you know, either call the Coast Guard or whatever and get some gas out here. But if we ran out of gas now and we were anywhere but here, then I'd be in deep crap because I got nothing to stop the boat. No anchor, and you know, you can't really go out with no anchor. The only reason I'm still out here is because I got no chance. The only way is Yola Estate coming to pick me up. And tomorrow, the better weather's tomorrow. So that anchor breaking actually makes it quite dangerous, you know. It's worse than you realise. Well, if oh, here we got heaps. We got plenty enough here to do 20 litres of fuel. From this point on, and get yours from Rolo's Marine and mention the YouTube dude. This Yamaha here, from this point on, will be getting run at 100:1 fuel mix, fuel ratio to oil. So it'll be 10 mils every litre, I'm pretty sure it is. So for 20 litres, it would be 200 mils. Rather than 400 mils, which would be 50:1. Which means two of those 100 mil things, which is really, really good. Because even though fuel's really expensive, when you're using 20 litre amounts, and you're getting, you know, say you got 5 or 100 litres, then you're going to go through that oil real quick. Even though you're only using 400 mils per 20 litres, once you're using 100 litres or 200 litres, then you are going to be going through that oil, and that oil is quite expensive as well. That's the proper Yamaha stuff. I've just got it in that measuring thing, rather than the 4 litres, 4 litre pack or 5 litre pack it comes in. I just tip it into that and use that because it's easier out on the boat here to measure it. Let's quickly check the spade again. There it is there. It's still there. I could grab out one of the other rods here and chuck down some little baits. Let's do it, eh? So that's 2 hours and 3 minutes that Jenny's been going. We'll just give it a couple more minutes at 20 amps and then we'll turn them off. Let's give this a go. Again, a big thank you to Rollo's Marine. Check them out on Google if you need a new boat or a trade-in. If you need a trade-in on a new boat or a new motor or a second-hand motor, or you need some boat work done, check out Rollo's Marine. If you need your motor serviced or whatever, check out Rollo's Marine. Mention the YouTube dude. Anyway, let's get this on. The only reason I'm doing this, because I'd rather not catch any little fish at all, is because we were getting a few good fish on the smaller baits as well. Otherwise I wouldn't even do this. I'd just leave that soft bait out there. Saves me changing baits. And leave that bigger bait out, and if something big comes along to grab it, yay. If it doesn't, oh well, so be it. But all right. I saw Ollie Craig in a short this morning. I don't know if any of you know who Ollie Craig is. If you don't, then you don't. But Ollie Craig, I seen a short. It's the first time I've seen a short. I don't watch much of him, but I have watched about 4 or 5 videos of him now. He was advertising a cooker, like one of those little single cookers that you buy from the warehouse or wherever, your camping shop, whatever, and they take the little butane canisters. Well, the one he was advertising was they take the butane canister, but they also take a fitting to an LPG bottle like the one under here, so you can either use the butane canister or use the LPG bottle, which yeah, okay, that's I suppose it's handy in some situations, but you know, like, not for me. Really, I don't know. Is it handy? It is handy, but, and you know, are you gonna take one of those little one frickin' burner things and a big gas bottle? I wouldn't. I'd rather take a decent 2 burner thing if I'm gonna take a gas bottle, and take, you know, a proper decent one. I got one at home that you can take four big, like, and it's not huge, rather than take one of those crappy little one things. I don't know. I suppose if you've got the gas bottle and that one little and that one burner, and you go diving and you get crayfish, then you can take a big pot and you can cook it wherever you are. So in that case, that would be very handy, because on those little single burners you won't really heat up a pot of water that's you know, a big, to take a couple of, or a cray. You would struggle to get it to boil. That's the only thing I can think of that would make that useful in my life. And I can imagine those ones that have the gas bottle fitting there are expensive, you know, when you could most probably buy a 2-burner that's better. Big wave to the bros over there, and they didn't wave, but that's okay, you know, they don't have to wave, but I do. Nah, still don't want to wave. Oh well, you're so amazing that you don't wave. If we go on the Raglan trip, the biggest problem is reception, and having reception to go live if we want to. But if we go on the Raglan trip, we're going to go floundering, we're going to go fishing, we're going to go get some oysters. We're also going to go and we're going to go set the mullet net. So I'm really keen on that trip, to be honest, and it's most probably the easiest one for me. It's closer to home, all of it. The only problem would be is leaving my trailer and truck unattended. I make sure I got a lock on the trailer, and it is in a safe spot, but what's a safe spot these days, I don't know. Having my trailer stolen out here by the scumbags that did steal it, complete scumbags that you know, just low lives, like stealing somebody's trailer, just got nothing, and just low scumbags, you know, just. But since that happened, I've been so wary about leaving my trailer and gear unattended anywhere. But I think the Raglan at this point right now sounds like the best option to me, and is maybe the most easy. Well, it's definitely the most easiest, and the fact that it's closest to home, and it's a little bit exciting because of the netting for me, and the floundering. But then again, the tides need to be right. To be honest, I don't know much about floundering other than shining the water, light in the water and stabbing a spear in the flounder. We've got a spear at home. But it does depend on the type of what the wind's like. And then again, the reception is a problem, which is quite a big thing. Even though I'm still going to be making a 4K video on the GoPro 13. I would like to have a live section, as well as, if not running both live and the 4K, while we're floundering and setting the net, because I'm not a pro at it at all. I think I've set the net 4 times. One of the times I set the net, the first time I ever set that net, I set it just down here. And I set it off the boat at just on night, on dark. And then when I went to look for the net at low tide at night, thinking I'd just you know, walk out to the low tide mark and get the net, I couldn't find it. give them a wave. Hey brother, Yola. All good waving people. But yeah, we set the net. I set the net down past around that point down there. First time I'd ever set a net. Took it out on the dinghy just on dark, and there was a guy there. I didn't know anything about netting at that point, and he had around 3 nets set. So I had to weave between his nets to get the boat out. And you're not allowed to have more than 1 net. I've found out since in your vehicle when you're setting nets. So if you've got a net set, you're not allowed to have any other nets with you. You're only allowed to have 1, and they've got to be a max of 60 meters long. You're not allowed over 60 meters. Now I had no idea about all this stuff. I only had 1 net, but anyway, I had to weave out between this guy's all his nets. Went out, set the net, came back on the way back in, got caught in one of his nets, and I thought I was going to miss it, but came in, got caught by one of his nets, was stuck out there for a couple of hours because I didn't want to get out of the boat and swim and try and unhook all his net around my motor. Again, I didn't want to cut his net either, and things. So I just sat out there and waited because it was only going to be a couple of hours, and I was like, oh well. So I just sat there and waited, and then he ended up walking out to the net, you know, 2 hours later anyway, because it was going to be most probably about 3 hours I would have ended up waiting, but he came out at about 2 hours, and it was about waist, well, just over waist deep, and he wasn't that impressed, you know, with me, and I wasn't that impressed with him either, you know. And I was like, bro, you know, you shouldn't be sitting like, you got all your nets set right here, bro. This is like whatever, brother. And anyway, it was all good. And I went in, finally got in my Subaru, drove down the beach on the stones, kind of like this. Had never driven along there. Lucky I didn't get stuck. Anyway, couldn't find my net at low tide. Looked for it, walked out to the low tide mark as much as I could, torch, couldn't find it. Oh well, gave up. The next day, looking for it, found it. And it was way out, man. Way out. Like it was nearly out as far as we are from land now. And anyway, went out there in the boat to get it. Went down current from the net, so I was pulling myself up by the net and bringing it into the boat, trying to take all the fish out of it. And there was just snapper after snapper, all undersized. I wasn't after snapper, I was after mullet. Anyway, it was quite dangerous. The wind was up higher than it was supposed to be, sort of like it is right now. And I decided I'm gonna just pull the whole net in, put it into the bin, then go in on the beach and remove all the fish. So I did that because it was just too dangerous trying to pull it against the fish. I nearly fell out a couple of times, blah 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 blah. Got in onto the beach, unraveled this net, took all the fish out. Had over 50 snapper in there, like I mean heaps. I was so upset and about it, and had a bunch of them that were just under legal, had a couple that were legal, you know, had a bunch that weren't. And so I was just chucking these snapper on the beach, and I was gutted, man. I was real gutted about it, and it made me change my mind about netting, and you pretty much won't see me doing it anymore because of that. Or setting it out here because of that. So there was a few in the net that were of legal size or just over legal size, so I kept them. And I came down here, Went over there into that little bay away from that corner camp there. Went over there on my boat, just in front of those trees there, and there's like a little bay in there, and set the net over there, and went back at low tide to look at it on the boat, and the wind and the this is the second time I've ever said it, and the next day, of course, went in there, said it, and then the weather changed, and there was waves, and like, not waves, but decent waves in there, and it was a mission. So I did the same thing, pulled it into the boat, managed to get it in, which was really lucky, because it was actually quite rough, and in there it was because it was low tide, it was shallow, the waves were sort of breaking, it was pretty hard out. Anyway, came back in here and did the same. Well, actually I can't remember, I cleaned the net out, maybe I got nothing, whatever, ended up leaving, and MAF, or the fisheries, were in on the shore here. Well, actually they came driving down, I pulled over here and was talking to a guy who had set all his nets out the front here. There was a guy setting nets, he was sitting sort of down here on the beach here, there's people that do it, and then they put the nets out there. So I pulled over, was talking to him about it, and then MAF or fisheries went past, Ministry of Fisheries, or whatever they're called. They turned around. I had the boat on the back, the rods were like this, in the rod holders still. I wasn't even on the way home, I was on my way down to my spot, down where we go at my spot, to set the net down there. And I'd been out here fishing as well while the net was in there, set. I was out here fishing, the harvester had come, and they gave me a big sack of mussels, in the sack, all cleaned, like they do. You'll see in some of the videos that I've got them giving me mussels. One of those videos is called The Missus Kicked Me Out Part 1. And then the Part 2 is called Woke Up to the Boat on the Rocks, Full of Water. And then Part 3 is called Eating Sea Snails Stuck on an Island for 3 days with Boat Motor Troubles. It's all the same trip over there, but you'll see the harvester giving me mussels. It's not the first time, they've given me mussels many a time. But anyway, the fisheries pulled me over, and I got done. Well, I got a warning for having the snapper, and I said, like, because they were like, I sort of told them the story, and they said, nah, you can't keep the snapper, man. And I was like, well, what was I going to do? I chucked out 50 freaking fish on the beach, and if you know me, I was really upset about it, having to chuck them out on the beach, and that I killed all these baby fish and all that. And yeah, they said, oh, you can't, the net is only to catch mullet. I didn't realize there was net sizes, and there was all different. I thought you buy a net, I didn't actually know all the stuff, so I learned a lot. Didn't realize you were only allowed to have one net, so I learned a lot there. And then they said, well, what do you've got over 25 mussels here. And at the time I actually thought it was 50 mussels you're allowed. I most probably had more than 50 mussels as well, because the barge had given them to me. I said, no, I got given these. And they said, well, it doesn't matter whether you were given them or not, you're not allowed to be in possession of over 25 mussels. So we had a bit of a disagreement. I said, well, it doesn't actually matter, because these mussels are for bait. And they still didn't believe me. I said, look, man, I'm going to be here for another 3 days, which I was. I went down to there's a whole camping mission. And anyway, point of the story was they let me off with a warning. The point of the story was, I don't know actually what the point of the story was, but that mullet that I used a couple of days ago was caught down at my spot, which was the last time I ever set that net. And I got a couple of mullet, or a few mullet, and yeah, that's the point of the story. I don't actually know what the point of the story is. I can't think of why I was telling that story. I can't remember now. Pretty dumb story. But it was funny, though, because the lady, she was a young girl, the ministry, and then there was a guy, and she said, no, tell me your story. Because I'm going to write it all down. That was the wrong thing she did. About 12 pages later, she was over it, man. She was so over it. I was like, no. You keep writing it down. You keep writing it down because I ain't finished. And she's like, no, you've given us enough. I was like, no. I ain't over. I want you to go back to your office or wherever you go through all of this stuff, and I want you to be able to tell the full story of my story on why and what. And she was like, oh, no, you've got enough. We're only going to give you a warning anyway. I was like, no, it's not enough for me. I want the full story written down. You've started writing. So she had to go and keep writing it down, and she was over it, man. It was pretty funny. But anyway, crap story. Can't remember the actual point of it. The crap fishing right now, I'm getting pretty sick of this right now too. But we're going to go out to Raglan and we're going to set that net and we're going to frickin' slay us up some mullet. And then we're going to come back in with one of those cookers that, whoops, 2 hours and 28 minutes. Forgot about this. Whoops. We're going to go to Raglan and we're going to catch some mullet, and then I'm going to show you guys Matt Watson's favorite mullet recipe, or one of his favorite recipes or fish recipes of all time. I watched a little, something popped up on again, another short, but it was of Matt Watson last night. I don't watch Matt Watson at all. I think I may have watched 2 of his episodes in all my life, and I'm not even joking. And it's not because I don't like him, it's just I don't really watch that sort of stuff. I've watched Gone Fishing with Jeff and Graham Sinclair, or whatever, Outdoor Fishing with Jeff, whatever it is. Gone Fishing back in the day. Yay! Gotta take! Grab it! Stay on there, boy. We got no bloody bell on there, Leroy. Why have you got no bell on there, boy? That was a decent fish. That was a decent fish. Is that why those people were looking at me going, bro, you got a decent fish on? This tip has moved. I've just had that fixed. I'm going to take that back and get it refixed, but I may have stood on it. I don't know. There we go. And he's going over his new big boat. I would say that that's not on there. We'll leave it. That kahawai will stay. And he's going over all this stuff about his new boat, which is pretty trendy. But the boat, he's like, it's got a pie warmer. It's got a pie warmer. You can just stick your steak and cheese pie in here and it heats up your pie. I don't know about all that, man. I was like, oh, that's pretty lame, bro. That's all good. Hey, maybe I should get a pie warmer on here. But I wasn't that impressed. But then in saying that, when I think about it now, maybe that's pretty cool. And then he's like, it's also got it's got his beer on tap on the boat. So he's got it on tap and he's got his beer in there, which is pretty cool. Getting sloshed around. So that he can get on the beers while he's out there with his bros. I don't really get on the beers when I'm out on the ocean myself, but many do, and that's all good. But he also had his boat, it's got the 2 big motors at the back, but because it's got this GPS system in there, it can crab walk along a line, so like, or along a reef. So you'll get, like, say you're on a reef, say these muscle boys are a reef, he'd set the track from here to there and then come back up here, and then the boat will stay going along that reef. So you'll get a few casts into that reef, trying to rather than just one drift and then the boat starts drifting off that way. It just walks along that reef however long it is, you know, and which is pretty cool, really. I would not swap my boat for his boat, but obviously he's into way different type of fishing than me. But I tell you what, his mallet recipe is Daddy Kong, or his grandpa's mullet recipe. And yep, anyone in the comments that's saying it or thinking it, well, maybe you should watch him, bub, maybe you'll catch some fish. Yeah, that's true. I tell you what, I used to catch a lot of fish, I still do. I still do. I wonder if I should get a pie warmer. I'd rather get a fire. And then have a fire on here and then let the embers get down, wrap my pie up into the tin foil and cook it like that on the tin foil like I do, and then have multi-purpose heating and cooking at the same time. Wonder if I, nah, Kong Along's got a broken broken thing, eh? I was going to say you might see him out at Raglan. Old Kong along. Kong along. I think me and Kong along should have another spar anyway. Anyway, yeah. What did I do with the water? The water, cuz. What have you done with it? There it is. Maybe I should have cold water, eh? Fresh water rather than coffee. Might be a plan, bro. I'm going to have to go off pretty soon, everyone, because I'm going to have to get organised for Lorna coming up, and organise what she's doing on her end, and whether she's coming up, what she's bringing. Look at the weather, all that sort of thing for tonight. See if she even wants to come up, and then I'll charge up the phone here anyway, and turn this boat around so it's facing backwards. We'll give it a little bit longer, unless she wants to come into the chat, if she's in there, and say whether she wants to come up today or just come up tomorrow. But even if she is going to come up tomorrow, she'll have to leave home by the latest of 7 o'clock AM. And even then I need to check the weather, because I may need to get the boat out earlier than that. Earlier than 9 o'clock, because she'd get here by about 9ish. I just really don't want the chance of the wind coming up, and it's going to stress me out from now till then. So it's most probably better she just comes up tonight, really. So that way, if at 6 o'clock in the morning, or when light is, I can go, well, I'm not going to risk it. It looks like it's going to come up. Boom, get the boat out. And we can still have the mussel burgers and stuff. We'll stay live, even if we haven't had them. Well, we'll have them tonight anyway. But what's cool about this boat is it turns from being a houseboat out here, and once it's on the trailer back on shore, it's a caravan. And it's so cool. And you can still sit out here if you got the drone, or even the surfcaster, just surfcaster, but the drone's better. Just send it from the back here, sit on the shore out there, in there, have the drone send the line out 400 meters or 800 meters, whatever you want, and you're still out here fishing, except your caravan, now you're a caravan in on shore, you know. It's pretty rad, this boat. And that's why I would never ever sell it. And that's why it's worth gold to me. Oh, the fish is on, I think. We'll just tighten that up. Just double check there. It's going through a mussel. I can feel it grinding through a mussel there, but I'm pretty sure there's a fish on there. Let's just see him take another bite. I may be wrong, actually. Yep, I'm very wrong. Very, very wrong. yeah, you, yeah. Tell me that you're happy when you're all alone. Tell me that you miss my touch. Tell me that my loving didn't mean that much. Tell me what it takes to let you go. Yeah. Tell me how the pain's supposed to go on. But we got our family. Young kid on there too. I kind of want a coffee cat. Yes, too much sugar my butt. Yeah, toes is most common for sure. None cracks me up. He cracks me up, that man. Random life. In my eyes, indisposed. That's Black Hole Sun. In my eyes, indisposed. In disguises no one knows. There's lies. Hides the face, lies the snake. In the sun, in my disgrace. Boiling heat. Summer stench, 'neath the black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and you hear me scream again. Oh, black old sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Stuttering, cold and damp. Feel the warm wind, tired friend. Ha 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 ha. All right, that's enough of that. All right, so still in the same spot, must be doing good, bud. Thank you, KR Rick Rob. I am not. Randoms, nice. Nate's, nice. I don't know. I always hear you sing that one. Yeah, no, I saw your words there and I was like, ah. And then obviously picked it up, if that's what you were meaning by that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were. I haven't actually sang that one since the last trip where I was singing it all the time. And so I can't really remember the note. Not that I can get it anyway, but I can get closer than that. Here we go again. Thank you, Cabri. Yola Ninja Man. Yola Nun. Yola Cabri. Neville Lamont. Yola, bro. No, you don't, mate. For the amount of time you spend on the water, you catch bugger all fish. Well, keepers anyway. Shut up, Neville Lamont. You don't bloody know. Talking your crap. You catch bugger all. That's why you're on here bloody watching me, bud. So what are you on about? Effing bloody Neville Lamont. You bloody mind your own business. I catch heaps. You don't know what you're bloody talking about. Thank you for that though. Effing bloody Neville Lamont. Can't beat a nice cheese pie, for sure. Flesh Gordon, Yola Estate. Sure is Flesh Gordon. He has no anchor at the moment. Yola. Effing bloody Neville Lamont. Freaking bloody talking your shizzle manizzle. You tell me anybody this year that's catching heaps of fish. The word on the street is that it's been a quiet year. So thank you very much, Neville Lamont, that knows nothing about what you're talking about. I know about you, Neville Lamont, talking your bloody rubbish around here. You're going to get a nice little ban for that one when I get off this rod. Not. I like Neville Lamont. I was actually just going to say, haven't seen him in ages. Oh, Neville Yola. Not now. Did it just get away? It did. It is true. It's been a quiet year, but I've been eating fish every day. How about you, Neville Lamont? What have you been eating? Eating bloody bought frickin' meat from from Pack and Save or New World, I bet. Well, I ain't just about bought any meat this whole entire year, let alone last year, bud. How about you? Big timer? You don't know what I catch. You see what I catch on here. You wouldn't have a frickin' clue. Effing bloody Lamont. Neville Lamont. It is maybe true though. After all that, for the amount I'm out here. Yee! But I gotta be honest, it's been a quiet year, in my opinion, and a lot of others. And ever since I have started the channel, I've been catching a lot of illegal fish that are just legal, you know, and but I don't shut up, Neville Lamont, you don't bloody know. Leroy's on a roll today. Yola, where is that Neville? Effing frickin' Neville Lamont. Bloody talking crap in here. Bloody have a nice little frickin' holiday out there, bud. Frickin' Neville bloody Lamont. Enjoy that, homo. Sorry everyone, that hurt. Woo, yeah. Bloody talking crap to me. I bloody know. I haven't even changed my clothes today, but who cares? I don't. I'll change them before my lovely Lorna gets out here though. And jump in that water maybe. Maybe not too. Tell me bloody. How would you bloody know, bud? If Neville Lamont. Anyway, I don't want to catch heaps of fish anyway. I want to catch big fish. Effing frickin' Neville Lamont. Hope he never comes back on here. If he does, I'm gonna gonna put him in timeout straight away again. The truth hurts. Ha ha ha. It's a pity because it's no you don't. Yes I frickin' do. Yes I frickin' do. What are you eating, buddo? Bet you haven't had snapper in the last frickin' 2 months. I just gave away 6 fish yesterday. What did he give away? He gave away nothing. And then 5 out of 10 fish, I throw them back. They're mostly legal. Some of them are good size. And I throw most of them back. So thank you very much, Neville Lamont, talking your rubbo. Effing bloody Neville Lamont. You like that, Nun? Thank you very much, Tim H. Much appreciated. Random. Damn, that cuts deep. I haven't had a snapper in a while. Laugh. I'm sure you ain't been out here every day like me, though. It's all good. I don't know. That one was too much. Jason Michigan, cheers. Yola. Random life. You're not random, are you? That we had the disagreement with down about the drones. If it is you, let us know. It's all good. Mellowolf, legend, Tim H, I reckon. Thank you very much, Tim H. Much appreciated. Morb maybe said hi. Yola. None. Laugh, mean guy. Cavity Coaster's laughing. None. Side effect of drinking too much seawater. It kind of is, bro? Like, I was wondering that. That's not me. Even if it is you, all good. But cheers. You're allowed to catch 7 fish a day. So if we caught 7 fish a day, which, hey, you'd expect to maybe have got your limit by now, in my world, I would expect that you most probably would, then what am I going to do for the rest of the day? If I caught 7 fish in the last hour and kept them, then I'll be screwed. I'll be sitting here without the chance of keeping any and throwing all of them back. I'm happy with the way it is. I would love a whole bunch more bigger fish, without a doubt. But anyway. In my I need to hear that song. I haven't heard it for a wee while, actually. In my life, in this post, in the sky, no more face hides the face, lies the snake in the sun of my disgrace. In my eyes, in this post, in disguise, no one knows. Sun in my disgrace, boiling heat, summer stench. Beneath the black sky looks dead. Alright, let's have a coffee. I feel like I showed me a punching bag on here right now. I'll be freaking jabbing that Neville up. Hey Neville, shut your effing trap. I bloody know. I freaking bloody know, Neville. Bloody effing bloody Neville. Truth hurts, everybody. I think he was right, you know, without a doubt. But I don't freaking damn bloody coming here talking to me, running his bloody mouth. In disguise as no one. I can't even think of the tone to even try and not that I could even get anywhere near it anyway, but all right, so here's my dark personal secrets down here. Watch out, something might jump out and get ya. All right, so boiling heat, summer stench, beneath the black the sky looks dead. Beneath the black the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream and I'll hear you scream again. Oh, fish on. Boiling heat, summer stench, beneath the black sky, beneath the black the sky looks dead. All right. No, you don't. Not for the amount of time you're out there. Shut your bloody mouth. Shh. 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 Is there no one else? Is there no one else? Who are you, soldier? Achilles, son of Peter. All right, so but it's son of Peleus. I'll remember the name. The ruler of this city carries the scepter. Give it to your king. He ain't my king. All right. Summer stench, beneath the black the sky looks dead. Need to give this place a bit of a sharp and clean, kit. Effing bloody Neville. I bloody know about you, Neville. I bloody know all about you, Neville. Next minute, Neville turns up out here and gives me a whopping, eh? Oh yeah, I love it. I bloody love it. Hey, come on, boy. Hey, you want it? Hey, you want it? Hey? Yeah, I'll frickin' jab you up, bud. Hey, what? Hey, come on in. What you got something to say to Daddy? Hey? Anyway. Daddy will end up on the ground getting his head kicked in. Alright, so self-proclaimed Daddy. Nah. It's funny. I've been thinking about going in those backyard 1 minute fights with Dan Hooker. Not because I think I'm tough, just because I think I'll win, you know. Jokes. But obviously I keep hurting myself, and I don't know what the criteria is to go in one anyway. Of course I would live stream it if I was allowed to. At least my fights, or fight at least my one punch before I go to sleep and have a little snooze. But anyway, I'm more of a MMA type guy with some punching and some grabbing, you know. I'm into a bit of grabbing as well. I'm more into punching, but I'm also into a bit of grabbing if it gets too close. And I like someone to try and grab me, because I've got some, I don't know, bit of jiu-jitsu type stuff in me old bank. But and then some ground and pound. But my mate, he's also, I don't know, the best. I think there may be some prelim fights that you got to go through to get, and then you got to win through there, and then you can go on to the backyard brawl with Dan Hooker. I'm not positive. This is what I've heard. But my mate, he's super fit. He's one of my best mates, and he's got a fight coming up, or so he says. And I don't know, but he may not be able to go on it just due to some other things. And he sent us on a group chat that I'm in with a bunch of my good mates a video of him, no shirt on, punching like one of those sway balls. And I was really actually quite impressed with him, because he wasn't like trying to be a hero. He was just training like you might see Floyd Mayweather or someone like that. You know, they're not going all out freaking. He was just, you know, constant punching, nothing flash, nothing. But he had his shirt off and he's pretty ripped, and he has been training without a doubt. So I thought I'd make a video and go to a gym, ask if I can punch the sway ball, take my shirt off, because I'm not ripped, and then send that of me doing it, you know. But my leg hasn't been good enough to hold up for any of that kind of. I thought, I'm not going to risk it, because I might end up buckling my leg and hurting myself. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm looking to do it. And those couple of little jabs there may mean that I'm allowed to risk my leg. But I wasn't going to just, you know, touch the bag. I was going to go all out. I feel better now. I think I better check this bait though. Actually, I better check it. For all you out there, I'll check the bait. No, you don't. Not for the amount of time you're out there. Shut up. Big timer. Old big timer Neville Lamonte. or not big timer spitting the truth. No one likes the truth. Stuttering. Now I can blame Yola. Can I blame Yola Estate for not letting me go out enough? Now I'm going to get myself in the trouble with it. Stuttering, cold and damp, still the warm when tired friend. Times are gone for honest men, far too long for snakes. In my shoes, walk and sleep. In my youth I prayed to keep heaven send a heck away. No one sings like you anymore. Black old sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black old sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Effing bloody Neville Lamont. All right, take a seat. Better check that bait in a minute too, actually, seeing that we're getting nothing on that. So on this channel, I have tried to get, what was that guy's name? Stealth Campers. I was keen to meet up with him for a little bit of a on camera live streaming. I was keen to meet up with him and have it face on, like face to face, and go over my integrity with him and see where that went. I also suggested I contact Dan Hooker so that we could meet him there rather than me live stream it, because maybe Stealth Campers didn't want me to, be live streaming it. So we get Dan Hooker to live stream it, but we never ever heard from Stealth Campers again, I'm not saying I'm in any way or form tough, but I am interested in the odd little scuffle sometimes, if it's in the right situation. And then I always thought that Stealth Campers was Mustang Campers. I had a funny suspicion that was who Stealth Campers was anyway, but I could have been wrong, most probably very, very wrong. Stuttering, cold and damp, still the warm wind tired friend. We're at 12:30 nearly now, 12:24 by my clock. Effing bloody. Nice. Oh, that was a nice enough fish. What was that drag like? Ooh, we could say that that was a 40 something, maybe 50. And did our hook come off? I'm wondering. Bugger. We better check this other bait here. If it did, it feels like it grabbed the end of that bait, because I had the top hooked and the back. So it grabbed the tip of that bait and it's ripped it off the hook there. And we never lost the hook. I'd be shocked if we lost the hook, unless it was a shark. Yeah, no, he ripped the bait off, which I could understand happening by the way it was set. Let's get another one in. I'll do that again, and I will. So that more really tells me that that fish was not that big. But then I could be wrong. I wouldn't say it was huge anyway. It was definitely, oh, who knows, man, who knows. But it was most probably in that 40 something mark, maybe a 50. And maybe not, maybe it was a 30, but I doubt it. For it to have pulled that bait through like that with the kahawai skin, it would have had to have been something. So what I had done is I hooked it there, came around, and then it would have sat like that, the hook, and it had the bottom of the bait like this, hanging off. But for it to pull through this kahawai skin like that, it must have been okay size. We'll do the same setup again. And what's good about that though, is he never, I don't think he felt the hook. I think he grabbed the bait like this and pulled on it like that, rather than grabbed it like that up there where the hook is. So he never felt the hook, so he might come back, you know, is what I'm trying to say here. Stuttering, cold and damp, still the warm and tired friend. What? For times are gone for honest man, but far too long for snakes in my shoes. Walk and sleep. In my youth I prayed to keep. Heaven send heck away. No one. All right. No, you don't. No, you don't. Shut up. Go watch Matt Watson, effing Neville Lawn. I'm going to sit down just because I don't want to bloody muscles. I win. No, you don't. Fucking dick. A lot of my mates, well, not a lot of them, because not a lot of them watch the channel, but that I know of, but a couple of my mates that do, every now and again watch it, or whenever they watch it, I have no idea. Do you ever catch any fish? In my shoes, walking sleep, in my youth, pray to King, heaven send heck away. No one seems like you anymore. Oh yeah, no wave from old big timer up there. Yeah, don't look at me again then. Yeah, look away, buddy. Go on, keep looking away. Yeah. Anyway, Kyron Wade, Yola Kyron. Yeah, sucks because it's opening weekend for the Pines. Not too sure what that is. You are right, Kyron, they don't have to be big. What region are you, Kyron? Yola Kapiti. Jaden Scott, Neville, you still there? He's not still here, he's been put in time out in the corner. Still stewing on it, none laugh. He got under your skin this morning, Yola. WWZ, bottom must be covered in mussels. It's completely covered in mussels, mate. Kapiti Coaster had similar happen to myself and other hunters over the years. Some real dog killers out there. Crazy. None. The guys around here run the pit bulls in the woods to bail up the wild boar, ain't then hand catch. And then hand catch. Yeah, man. It's a gruesome, quite exciting little fun adventure, the old pig hunting, especially if you got some mean dogs. But then, hey, it's not fair. I don't get into it myself. When they got those big thick collars on, so that they can't get their neck ripped apart. No collar. Let's be fair for the boars. they've already got 2 or 3 dogs on them, maybe 4. Give them a chance, and no collars, man. And who's gonna win? Those big boys will rip those dogs apart. Sometimes they won't. The dogs will have their day too. But it's sad to see your good pig dog go have its last breath and whatever else. But yeah, I don't really get into pig hunting myself. I'm just not, you know, I can't handle the brutality of it. Too much for me. But it would be an exciting sport. Maybe when I was younger. I used to be into dog fights and stuff like that, dog fighting and that sort of thing when I was younger, for sure. Pit bulls, I always had a pit bull or 2. All my mates have got pit bulls or 2, and everyone I know who's got a pit bull or 2 or 3, and yeah, I used to get into dog fighting a little bit when I was younger. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, you know, these days I wouldn't even, you know, I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't watch. I'd walk away, and I'd most probably ring the police, you know. If I was, I'd just walk away for sure, and I'd most probably ring the cops if I seen somebody fighting their dogs these days. Just because I'm a sookie and that kind of guy, you know. I'm not into it at all, and I definitely don't like pig hunting because of it. I'm into pig hunting if you just blow them away and shoot them in the head and it's over like that. But yeah, I'm not into the brutality of it, and I just don't watch it so that I don't see it. Each to their own, of course. Nothing like wild pig. I don't eat any pig unless it's free range, and you can't get more free range than that. And I'd love to eat some pig, and especially free range, of course, wild. But yeah, I don't really go hunting for those very reasons. I don't really, but yeah. Byron Shutt, what's up from Ohio, USA? Yola. Kyron Wade, Hunt, Matamarua, Toke, Yola. Kyron Wade, Hamilton region EU, Kyron, Yola. You are right, Kyron, they don't have to be big. Okay, we've gone through all that. All right, Jaden Scott, did you see any of the wild horses on Derville, Capity? Nice. Midwinter last time I was there, wind and rain, storms. None, keep the tiger in the cage. I don't hunt anymore. I spend more time in the ocean nowadays. Yola. Haha, you just have to channel your inner Bruce Leroy. Funny, bro. I think I seen some wild horses. Last time I saw wild horses were in the desert road. Am I dreaming? I may be dreaming. Years and years and years and years and years ago. I may be dreaming though. My main got killed on a pig up Parongia not long ago. Big pigs, Mella had a few dogs over the years. That fish caught you sleeping. None. You're on fire today, brother. You are on fire. It did catch me sleeping. Totally caught me out. Nice. Sorry for your loss, Kyron. Did you get the pig? Nah, it's killed a few dogs. Talked to other hunters hunting same spot and they lost their dogs too. Don't think it's big, just got good hooks. Alfonso Milligan said hi. Yola. Jaden Scott, interesting. Yola. That's it, Nun. Kai Manawa. Horses, yeah. Yeah. The wood are so thick they have to use the dogs and the pigs are rooting up the farms. Oh no, they're rooting up the farms. I tell you what, back in Taupo where I was on a 3,500 cow farm, that was the last wild pig that I ate that I can remember and that I was involved in killing myself in Taupo. The pigs would go out to where the palm kernel was set for the dairy cows and we'd go there in the evenings after milking and just sit there in the ute on the race and watch big lines of 60 pigs going into the paddocks to go and eat the palm kernel, and we just blow a few away, you know, and drive over with the ute, chuck them on the back and then take them and send them to the butchers. That was pretty good. And I just get all my wild pigs made into bacon bones, the whole pig, as much of it as possible to get made into bacon bones, and then the rest would get made into bacon. And yeah, and all those pigs used to live in the swamp on the farm. There was no actual like bush like this bush out here. It was more like swamp, and there was bush in the distance, but these pigs all lived in the swamps. And yeah, that was pretty good. I love me some wild pigs. I actually do have a spot, and I spotted them coming home from here with the boat on one day on the way back or on the way up. I know where they are, and I have planned to maybe go there. I actually talked to Kong about it, and he asked. I didn't tell him where they were at all because he'd be off there. But I want to go there and get them myself. But we will see another day. And I do have some really good mates that are hard out hunters, you know, they're just hard out into it. I come from a family of hard out hunters as well. I'm just not one of them. I'm just not one of them at this point. Yep, that fish got me sleeping all right. I think that might be up a little bit too much. We'll go with that. All right, I better get planned up with Yola Estate here, because yeah, I'm gonna have to, guys, because she's gonna need a couple of hours to get ready and get my list of stuff that I want. And then she's gonna need a couple of hours or at least an hour and a half to drive here, and I would like to pick her up around sort of dark, well, just before dark, rather than at dark time here, and even make sure she's gonna come. So and she's gonna be coming, I tell you, if you know what I mean. Just joking. Anyway, so yeah, I think she'll end up coming up. She needs to pop into my house and grab a couple of things, and also most probably go to the shop, I don't know. And yeah, so thanks again for watching for now. I'll be back soon. I'll most probably go and ring her now. It's 12:44 here, 12:44 p.m. and it's high tide or low tide is at 1:37. So I'm gonna ring her, put the phone on charge, It's at 46%. Get a plan with her, check the weather, turn this boat around. So we'll be facing that way and I'll be back. That's pretty much it. Be about an hour or so. I also kind of need, I may move. I think we'll move. We'll just up this these ropes and whatever and blow down here or whatever, because I want to get some mussels, and these ones here are little, I would assume, from what I saw from the harvest. I know where there's some really good size ones, but yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a bunch for tonight's mussel burgers, even though we got a bunch down here. Those are going to get burleyed tonight, and or whatever. We'll see how fat they are. They're down there with those getting fattened up. But YOLO everyone, sorry for my antics today. That did cut deep for about 5 seconds, and then I heal really quickly. And maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Well, it is true. For the time I am out here, I do catch not that a lot, but in saying that, I'm very, very happy, man. I'm eating snapper tonight. I ate snapper yesterday, the day before, 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 the day before. And you might get to what I'm trying to say there. And I don't give a damn what anyone thinks. If you can do better, go and do it. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm having snapper tonight, and it's not that one. There's one under it. I'll be eating that one first, and then most probably getting into this. And I put back generally 5 out of the fish I keep. I put back out of 10 fish, I generally put back 5. Sometimes I put back more legal fish. I don't need to keep them all. I'm eating snapper every day. I love it. I hope you like it too. I'm not saying Neville Lamont doesn't like it, because he has been in the channel for a wee while. Hey, I'd like to catch more bigger fish. I don't want to catch any more little fish. I only want to catch little fish when I want to eat them. Like I said, if I was to catch 7 fish here today, then I cannot keep any, and I'm just going to have a boat full of fish. And I don't want that. I can't store them. I can't eat 7 fish a day. I can barely eat 1 a day. 1 a day is enough for me at the moment out here. And I'm putting back the rest. And I don't really enjoy catching fish just to throw them back. That's not my policy. I'm not out here just, well, in a sense, I'm not just out here. I'm not just out here for the sport of catching fish to let them go. A lot of people might think I am. Oh, you just out there to catch fish to let them go. It's not the actual plan. Every time I catch a fish, I generally am going to keep it. I get it to the boat here and I see it and I think, what a gorgeous creature, and I end up putting it back. As much as I might like catch it, I mean keep it, I don't come out here just to catch to put back. I generally come out here to catch, to keep and cook. Catch, cook and eat. But 9 out of, a lot of the time I see that gorgeous fish and I just don't have the heart to stab it in the head and put it in the chili bin. Sometimes I do. So anyway, you have a good hour or two, and if you want to come back, please do. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I will be back. I'm picking Lorna. I will be here tonight, or Yola Estate, and because otherwise she's going to have to get up early tomorrow. It's up to her. I'm not fussed. I'm sure she's not too fussed either. Yola, it's fishing time. It's fishing time. It's fishing time. And I'm sorry for my behavior. I should have not, reacted like that. I wasn't angry. I wasn't bloody angry. big hole in the wall. And I wasn't angry at all, but I like to just be a little bit, you know, comedian like about it, and maybe blow it up a little bit. We bloody know. You know, I don't really give a damn what Neville thinks, or anybody thinks, to be honest, obviously. But yola, all of you, thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Or if the phone will end, yola.